Commutative and associative properties made by Study CPZ. Commutative property of addition. This property states that if two numbers were to be added, it doesn't matter about the order. For example, 2 plus 1 is 3, and 1 plus 2 is 3. So it doesn't matter which way you add them, you still get the same answer. Let's do another example. 6 plus 5 is 11, and 5 plus 6 is 11. You get the same answer no matter which way you add them. Now another example. 2 plus 4 is 6, and 4 plus 2 is 6. So no matter which way you add them, you get the same answer. Commutative property of addition. Each property, meaning the associative property, distributive property, and commutative property, have a formula or an equation to represent the rule of the property. So A plus B equals B plus A is the commutative property formula. A and B are variables, and variables are just a fancy way of saying there are more than one number that can fit the rule. For example, 4 plus 60 is 64, and 60 plus 4 is 64. So we have to think of 4 as A and 60 as B. And so now if you guys can see this, 60 is B. So you put 60 here and 4 is A. So you put 4 here. So that's the rule. Commutative property of multiplication. The formula for commutative property of addition is very similar to the commutative property of multiplication. So A multiplied by B equals B multiplied by A. So for another example, 2 multiplied by 3 equals 3 multiplied by 2. 2 multiplied by 3 is 6, and 3 multiplied by 2 is also 6, and 6 is equal to 6, and that's what this property states. These rules work for addition and multiplication because order doesn't matter, but these rules won't work for subtraction and division because order does matter. And here are the proof for that. For example, if we had 6 minus 3, that is 3. But if we had 3 minus 6, that's negative 3. And 3 and negative 3 aren't the same thing. So this equation is proved to be false. Now, if we had 4 divided by 2, you get 2. But if you had 2 divided by 4, you get 1/2. So once again, this equation is proved not to be equal. So because order matters for subtraction and division, there isn't a commutative property of subtraction or commutative property of division. Associative property of addition. This rule states that if three numbers are being added, it doesn't matter which way. So the formula is A plus B plus C equals A plus B plus C. For example, 2 plus 3 plus 4 equals 2 plus 3 plus 4. So 2 plus 3 is 5. 5 plus 4 is 9. Same way. 3 plus 4 is 7. 7 plus 2 is 9. So no matter which way the parentheses are round, and no matter which way you add these numbers, you would still get 9 as your answer. Associative property of addition. So first, let's do this example. 2 plus 1 is 3, and 3 plus 3 is 6. Now, 2 plus 3 is 5, and 5 plus 1 is 6, and 6 equals 6, so this is proven to be right. Now 5 plus 1 is 6, and 6 plus 6 is 12. Now 5 plus 6 is 11, and 11 plus 1 is also 12. So this equation is also proven to be correct. The associative property of multiplication. When multiplying three numbers, the order doesn't matter. The formula is a times b times c equals a times b times c. For example, 1 times 2, which is our a and our b, so 2 multiplied by 3 is 6. Same way, we do 2 times 3, which is 6, and 6 times 1, which is 6. And 6 equals 6, so this equation is correct. So thank you guys so much for watching my video. This video was brought to you by Study CPZ. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, and keep learning.